What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. It's your boy T-John, and you already know what time it is. It is time for your top 5 at 5. All right, man. So it's another dry day in the Wrestleverse. What's going on? This is day 2 of this happening. I mean, it's not a lot to report, so I'm going to give you guys a bit more context into what happened in NXT and two things that I found most interesting. Like I said in our rundown, wasn't all that promo stuff. The fights were good. And then we'll get into some good news that I did find. But I don't know what's going on, man. I guess not every day can be super interesting in the Wrestleverse. So we're going through a bit of a drought, but that's okay. I'm going to still give you guys the top 5 of what I could find. So the first thing I want to talk about is this little tidbit that happened last night on Spring Breakin'. Duke Hudson and Indi Hartwell kind of subtly, I guess, grieving the loss of their partners in, NXT, because, Persia's gone, and so is Dexter Lumis. So now that that's happened, it's just a little awkward scene between them where they're just silently acknowledging the fact that they both lost their lovers in a way, I guess. But then Duke Hudson kind of leans in for a kiss and tries it with Indi, and Indi just is like, absolutely not. And it's kind of funny because Duke on Twitter was like, it was worth a shot. And I mean, I guess, but yeah. I mean, you got to make do with what you got, and you got to move on sometime. But that was a bit quick, dude. You got to be a little more smooth than that. So, that was something interesting. I just like the fact that they at least kind of acknowledged what the hell happened last week, or even just a few days ago with, the WWE head guys just really absolutely culling NXT like that. That's the only way I could really put it. It was ridiculous. But moving on to the next thing, I want to talk about Bron Breakker getting kidnapped, I guess. I don't know. If you guys watched it, you know, just like I do, that Bron Breakker did win his match with Joe Gacy, but Joe Gacy promised that if he lost, there would be some major consequences. And going into his promise, the last thing that we saw was this scene here before, that promotion ended. So it turns out that afterwards, he was then attacked by those two hooded men with a chair. He was actually slammed on his head with the chair. And then they dragged him out with barbed wire, like a barbed wire stretcher. And that was the last that we've seen or heard from him at all. So I don't really know what's going on. I can only assume that there's going to be some kind of story. But hey, man, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be interesting. And I think that this will make Joe Gacy snap. I don't know. We're going to see. And maybe his dad will kind of get involved again. I don't know. Maybe Rick Steiner will make another appearance. I really don't know, man. There's not a lot to go on there. But, I mean, I guess that's the whole thing. They got to make it interesting, and they got to leave questions. Now there's a whole lot of questions. Where does it go from here? What is Joe Gacy going to be like? That's the main thing that I really care about, because I do kind of like this whole cult thing that he's got going on. It's super interesting. It would have been nice if they kept Harlan, who could have been his bodyguard the whole time. But fuck it, man. They ruined that angle. It is what it is, though. But let's move on to Tony Khan at number 3, officially acquiring Ring of Honor. So you guys know that this has been on the table, and that, we've all talked about Tony Khan getting Ring of Honor, and he revealed on Twitter that the sale finally closed. And as a bonus for anybody who's watching AEW Dynamite tonight with me, there will be sorry about that, got the buttons mixed up. There will be a women's world championship fight tonight on Dynamite. So that's going to be super cool. Deonna Purrazzo versus Mercedes Martinez. I'm ready for that. That just made the nights more interesting. I'm sure it'll be better than NXT was yesterday. But I won't get my hopes up too much. We'll just have to see what happens. But Dynamite's been fire. I'm not even going to lie to you. Dynamite's been dope. So moving on to the next news. Ray Fenix is going to appear to the second AAA Showcenter event in May. And so, after he made his return to both AEW and AAA, it turns out that he's going to be working with both promotions. And the next time we'll see him is at the Showcenter Complex event in May, where he will be teaming up with Laredo Kid, and the Lucha Libre legend Heavy Metal against Abismo Negro Jr., Arez, and Psychosis. That is going to be a really dope match. And it follows up with the last one that he had in this tag team fight where he was with Io Del Vikingo and the Young Bucks. So it's going to be interesting. It should be dope. I'm glad that, he's getting his shine. And I really like the fact that, he's getting all this work in. It's going to be super awesome. He's just confirming, like I said, that he will be working with both AEW and AAA for 2022. So, hey, man, get your money. That's what I like to see. And he is super entertaining. So how could you not like that news for him? That is super awesome. But we got to move on to number one because this one is even more exciting. I really like this. CM Punk is now on one of my new shows that I've been watching, which is the Mayans MC. It's super awesome. It's actually a spinoff of the Sons of Anarchy. And if you watched the latest episode, you would see that CM Punk made a little cameo where he was, he's like a military vet named Paul. He was talking to Gilly Lopez. He's played by Vincent Vargas. But it turns out that he's actually going to be a regular on this show, which is super awesome news. So I guess you can call him an actual TV star thanks to Elgin James, who's, I think he's the creator of the show. And it turns out that they have ran in the same circles before. So this is actually really cool stuff. Like they've been friends for a while, and they've been actually working to get CM Punk on the show in some way, shape, or form. And it finally happened. They created the character specifically for him. And CM Punk exclusively was talking to Vargas, who is a vet. I think he's a ranger, an army ranger. So that's super huge. So if anybody could give him insight to how his character should be and what the show's about, it would be Vargas. So that is super, super awesome. He's going to be a good fit for the show. And I think that, his character is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what he's got. But yeah, man, that's your top five. Like I said, not a lot going on. I wish there was some more juicy news because, I've been on that. But we got a few good things. I'm not really mad at this news. But I see we got some comments. What's up, Keith? I see you. I think it'll be a great homecoming for Fenix Wrestling for AAA in Mexico. Yeah, man, it will be. And I'm proud of him, too. It should be really awesome. And, I love his style. That's his style. It's going to be great. Watching him do both, just seeing him in more promotions, seeing him get more work in, it's always going to be the best thing to see, to watch. So I'm definitely down with that. Can't wait for season 2 of Young Rock. Who isn't? Young Rock is awesome. Will there be a season 2 though? I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so though. I don't know. I have no idea. We're just going to have to see. I'll let you know though, because that'll be news when that hits the waves. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, man, to another Top 5 at 5. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Take It to the Ring. Follow us on Instagram, TTR Wrestling. Twitter is Take It to the Ring. We're going to be live tweeting AEW Dynamite tonight, rundowns tomorrow, another Top 5 tomorrow. Hopefully there's some better news for you. And like I said, I'm sure Dynamite's going to be fire tonight. So best believe we will be talking about it. And yeah, I'm ready for it. But until then, guys, it's your boy T-John. Thanks for tuning in as always, man. Keep it real.